So congratulations first of all for clearing the exam, that too like 2 times. So like how are you feeling now?
First of all, thank you. It always feels very, very good to clear such an exam. But at the same time, it's more about responsibilities too, because after clearing the exam, we now have lots of responsibilities, and now it's time to give back to the society. So I feel both happy as well as more responsible too at the same time.
Yes, definitely it might be a great thing for you. And like as you have first cleared IRS for IRS, and like you were a trainee there, so I wanted to know like how did you maintain the constancy between being an IRS and then preparing for civil service again? So how was it?
So basically, in IRS, I joined IRS in December. So by that time, my prelims and mains were already over regarding this attempt. I only had to prepare for interview during my training time. So for interview, because many of my colleagues in IRS were giving it, so we formed a group and we started taking each other's mocks. So that really helped me a lot. So although the training was very, very rigorous in IRS, we used to take out time during weekends and in the evening. So that is very important. So during this time, I actually learned better time management skills because I had to manage both training as well as preparation for the interview.
Yes, definitely. And like before that, like how did you maintain the strategy of clearing this exam? Like before even
So
IRS?
yeah, so basically when I started preparing for this exam, I watched lots and lots of topper videos, especially Gaurav Agarwal sir's videos and all. So that really gave me an insights into what to do and what not to do. Based on that, I prepared a book list also. I went through the syllabus again and again, and I went through the past year question papers. This was the beginning of my preparation. I did all this during my initial stages of my preparation. Then, when I started it with NCRTs to build up my foundation, and then went on to the core books. Now, what I learned is that we need to prepare in an integrated manner. That is for prelims and mains. Both we should prepare in an integrated manner because the content and the syllabus in both is same. The sources are also the same. It's just about application of knowledge. So in prelims, we just need to focus a little bit more on the factual side of the things, while in mains, we need to focus on the opinion side of the things. So I kept my strategy completely integrated. Also, one of the most important part of my strategy was to do lots and lots of test series, both for prelims as well as for mains. Because what we do is we usually study a lot, go through lots of books, but do not practice it. Because we do not practice it, we are unable to apply our acquired knowledge, and that's where people lack a lot. So test series also was a significant part of my strategy.
Yes, definitely. Test series are everything. Most of the as aspirants just first go for a test series. So, like, did you maintain the constancy of having mock test all time, or like, how did you go with the mock test?
Okay. So for prelims exam, after 2 or 3 months into the preparation, I started giving subject-wise mock tests. So suppose I have completed ancient history topic, then I'll give a mock test of ancient history. So initially for around 8 to 10 months, around 8 months, I did this subject-wise mock test, and I was very regular with that. I used to make sure that I have to solve at least one mock test every week. By the end of the preparation, that is around 2 3 months before the exam, I started doing mock tests almost at least one mock test every 2 days, and that would be a combined mock test involving all the subjects. Regarding mains, before prelims I did not join a test series for mains. However, I used to practice answer writing based on previous year question papers. So I used to pick up 5 6 questions out of any previous year paper, and I will write the answer within the specific time limit. So we have around 7 minutes to write an answer for a 10 marker. I will allot 35 minutes and write 5 answers. Just after giving my prelims, I did not wait for the prelims result. I joined the mains test series and started writing that, both for essay, GS as well as optional. So during my mains preparation stage, also I wrote lots and lots of tests.
Yes, definitely. It might have helped you a lot. So, would you like to share your book list for all the things that you used for day preparation?
Sure. So basically, I followed the standard book list. Nothing exceptional. nothing out of the world. For example, for polity, I followed Lakshmikant, nothing more than that. Similarly, for geography, I just did 11th, 12th NCRTs and GC Leong. For ancient history, again, only NCRTs. Then for environment and ecology, I did Shankar IS, a green book. What the problem is, in some subjects, we do not find core books. For example, in mains, there are some topics like PDS, food distribution, food processing industry, or governance. For them, there are no particular books. I would suggest aspirants to find coaching material online for these topics, and you can add your own notes into them so that you are not able to, you do not ignore these topics. What happens is we just cover the core books and ignore these topics because they are not covered in our core books. So please do not do them. Any coaching material can resolve that problem for you. And lots of questions are asked from these topics like food processing industry, governance, which many a times we ignore.
Yes. So like, what about newspaper? How did you go with newspaper?
So I read The Hindu daily, but I did not make exhaustive notes out of it because most of the content in the newspaper is now covered in the monthly current affairs magazine. So what I did is, if I find any report name, any particular fact, any committee name in the newspaper, then I will jot it down somewhere. I'll make a list so that it will add value to my answers in mains. However, I would not make exhaustive notes out of it. But this does not mean that we should avoid reading newspapers, because following news daily helps you build up your opinion, helps you analyze in a better way, because in newspapers several eminent personalities, they present their opinions. One will present a particular opinion, another one will then present a counter opinion, and we will be able to follow the topic in depth. So read newspapers regularly. It's your wish. If you want to make exhaustive notes, you can do that. I did not do that. Do jot down any important facts, points, report names, etc. from the newspaper, and you can then follow any monthly current affairs magazine for current affairs.
Yes, definitely. Monthly current magazines are not. So, like, which one did you use for monthly current magazine?
I use Vision IS.
Okay, and what message would you like to give to other aspirants today?
So I would just say that, first of all, limit your book list. Try to keep just one book per subject. Do not run after many books for a single subject. Secondly, revise as much as you can. Thirdly, practice lots of mock tests. And fourthly, do not overstrain yourself. I always say that UPSC is a very long journey. You have to study sustainably. So for this, at least daily, take out some time for yourself, maybe half an hour or 1 hour. And in that time, do not think about studying. Just do whatever you like. That will really, make you feel better. That will help you to study for longer hours, for longer time, and that will keep you motivated. So please
Yes,
follow a sustainable study pattern.
yes, and now you are ready to go and face up new challenges. So, as per you, what challenges would you like? Challenges as you were be facing. So, what changes would you be like to bringing in our society?
So first of all, I would really like to work upon gender sensitization so that crime against women are reduced and the level of patriarchy in the society that gets demolished. Secondly, I would really like to work upon employment generation, especially in the backward areas, especially self-employment and entrepreneurship. Thirdly, if given a chance, I would also love to work upon disaster management.
Definitely, and I hope you bring all this together and you all work together and bring this things, and all the best. So, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.